Yeah, guys, we're rolling. Cheers, brother.
Bud.
Yeah, down the hatch. Let me drink this. So, dude, I got this pimple on my nose. You see how red my nose is?
Yes, I do.
Did you notice when you walked in, or no?
No, I really.
I mean, who really just looks at each other in their face a lot, anyways?
Not all
but
that.
it hurts to the touch. It's like under the skin.
I got one
pimple
up inside.
You can't.
I got one up inside my nostril last week.
It's crazy, and my nose, it's like swollen. Like I can tell it's a little bigger because I can see it in my eyes. Like if I look, I can see it.
It's really bringing out the Jew in you.
It's really crazy, dude.
Hey,
all of a sudden, I was like, you know what? A couple people owe me rent. What the fuck? All of a sudden,
all of a sudden, all your fucking funds are in focus.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I was like, geez, I gotta handle my financial situation. I've been
I don't
really
even have an advisor. What am I doing here?
I know. Imagine the chaos that's in my head is like the Scottish part is like I gotta get fucked up and fight somebody. I'm gonna spend all my money on gambling.
And then the Jew side.
And then the Jew side's like, dude, what are you doing?
You're gonna lose money that way, bro.
We need to invest. Jew side's like, we need to invest. Scottish side's like, I need to blow all this on gambling.
But that video that I sent you after you sent me that, you're like, dude, I opened it up at the wrong time. I mean, my face already. My face already hurt from laughing at that fucking video. But then when I seen you send that back, I was like, oh shit! I didn't even think about you opening it up in like the wrong crowd or anything. Because I was just figuring you're gonna be at home with the dogs or something. You know, you're gonna open it up and just laugh.
No, it was the worst crowd it could possibly be.
I know, that's what makes it so much better.
Very funny, but it went right into. I'm like, oh shit. The fuck?
If you guys are familiar, I sent my buddy it was one of those Babylon Bee ones, you know, and this guy he claims to be a Nazi, but he's the victim, okay, because he used to have to work hard at being a Nazi, and now he wants you to feel bad because everybody could just get a Nazi card, you know, if you buy a Tesla. He's like, it doesn't matter. If you're a Republican, all of a sudden you're a Nazi. He's like, he's like, I put a lot of work into this, all right? You know?
Yeah, now, like as someone who really claims like that was like their claim to their personality, their originality is like they're a Nazi. Now everyone's a Nazi, so
for nothing.
Yeah. So
for nothing.
So you, sir, you can't be edgy anymore. You see it. So Kanye West has a new song, "Hail Hitler."
Well, that dude's all Nazi propaganda bullshit for shock value.
Yeah, it's definitely for shock value. I haven't heard the song, but the new song is called "Hail Hitler."
Wow.
Now you gotta get fucked up, dude. Yeah, you have to get fucked up, guys.
I think.
And here's what's crazy.
I think so.
And here's what's crazy. It's people who's like,
don't care
people are like, oh, he's a musical genius. Still, you're like, bro, you have to get fucked up.
I don't care who does it. The message behind it is fuck you to me.
You have to get fucked up
because that's fucking.
It's a
Hitler,
fuck you to everybody.
We hate that guy.
Yeah.
And so for you to say something like that, yeah.
Now it's definitely for shock value. You know,
imagine that, Ian. We live in a world.
Yeah.
Where me, as just a regular German Irish fucking dude, can't stand fucking actual Nazis.
Sure.
And a black dude's gonna claim that, and now I gotta beat this black dude's ass because of shit that happened in 1945 with the fucking, with the Holocaust and whatnot.
You have to get fucked up.
But that doesn't compute to me. That I'm saying this sentence right now, that I'm gonna beat a black dude up.
Imagine the war vets. Right?
Like,
sadly, they're all dead.
How did he fall into this category? But do you remember? Do you recall? We used to have a black Nazi at Lakewood High School.
I do not remember that. No,
his name was Edgar, and the kid wasn't all there.
A black guy named Edgar with a Hispanic name.
Yep.
That's very funny.
Exactly.
And a lot of confusion going on.
And he claimed to be a black Nazi, and I was like,
okay.
And I was like, well, I got to dig into this, because now you got me interested in shit. And I was like, so do you just wake up every morning and look at yourself in the mirror like, I fucking hate you and this and that? And he's like, I'd be in a better situation if I was born white. And I was like, no. Well,
that's definitely not true. But also, like the ignorance of, I've talked to a guy about that too. He was like, I was walking down Hollywood Boulevard, and there was a really dark Hispanic dude sitting next to the payphone, obviously like probably going to be homeless or something, and he had a swastika on his chest. And I stopped, and I had a few drinks too, and I'm like, hey, I gotta ask about that. I gotta ask about that, man.
Right.
He's like, what? I go, you have a swastika on your chest, bro. You're Hispanic or something, And he's like, oh, I'm 1/3 German. I go, so you think that's what a swastika is German?
Right.
You think that it's just everyone that's German
all of a sudden
wearing swastikas?
There was nobody from the old country that was like, fuck this
and
guy.
I was like, boy, are you ignorant? Oh my God. And I just went about my day. I was like, this is the shit I'm talking about though. But like, see, that shit right there.
This is the worst party because you come across a dipshit like that.
Yeah.
And then realize that somewhere down the road this motherfucker breeds and then teaches his dipshit kids his stupid ass
and
philosophy.
I bet he's got about 5 kids probably.
And they have all got blue hair and nose rings, I'm sure.
Yeah, yep. Then that's where that one's going too. It's like all the dipshit parents, they're or check this out. Since the parents are dipshits, maybe the kids go the opposite way because they're always rebelling.
Well, there is that too.
Yeah.
There is that too, but now like kids don't even know what the fuck to rebel against. Like we used to have
There's
a
nothing
cause.
They don't have anything to rebel against.
We used to have a cause when we were children, dude. We're like, we're tired of being fucked by the government. Now when they're saying they're being fucked by the government, they're actually being helped by them.
They are listening to the government.
Right.
So it's like, they're listening. The government says you need to wear this mask. I better do that now. And you better rat on your neighbors.
And fuck you if you don't.
And
right?
if you find out that someone's having a party or something and they're not vaccinated or whatever,
a church gathering.
Yeah,
oh man.
Then I better rat on them.
Right.
I better go tell the authorities. You're the government shill.
Dude, yeah. I mean, you're the cronies of cronies.
Yeah.
Dude. You're like if this was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you'd be the Foot Clan.
You'd be the Foot. You guys are the Foot, man.
You guys are the Foot.
Yeah, the blue hair, blue hair with the big fucking the giant.
Hey, think of that. It's perfect because the Foot Clan wears the mask too.
Yeah, that's true. That's very funny. They're the Foot Clan.
They're the fucking Foot
and they're
Clan.
still rocking the mask too, which is very funny.
I saw that today.
Yeah.
I saw full gloves. Mask and everything, driving in the car by themselves.
Man, or I see a lot of the mask just under the chin, like that's kind of
this
became some sort of fashion statement.
Was like, and I don't know if people are just doing that nowadays too, also because they're like, I'm sick, I don't want to get everybody else sick.
Yeah,
because I think that's happening too.
Yeah,
and I think
I think some of that's there. Sure.
And I still think that there's a lot of people that still feel that safety for some reason of breathing your own exhaust.
Well, they don't change the mask either.
Yeah.
So the mask is the same mask over and over again.
And it was never doing anything to begin with.
No, all it's doing is catching whatever fits in there, right? And then you put it back onto your face, and then you put it on you hang it from your car thing, right? Then the next day you put it back on after sitting in traffic with
Oh yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
You went into the bathroom where somebody flushed the toilet, poop particles went up in the air, and you still had that thing for like a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean it's
dumb.
It's a weird mind virus that hit folks, and it was insane to watch in real time. Because what's funny is we're already kind of starting to forget about the lockdowns and all that stuff. We're all kind of starting to forget.
That one I haven't really forgotten about because every time I see that fuckface Gavin Newsom's face on anything, the first thing I think about is like, you just you wanted to ruin this fucking state. I know you did.
Yeah,
that was your main goal.
It's all a bigger plan, whatever it is. But whether you see, it's like what got weird was I've never heard so many people say, "Well, why don't you just comply and then it'll be over?" I go, "It's in your wording,
right?
You just said, why don't you just comply?"
Where are your papers?
And if you don't comply, you're a Nazi.
Yeah.
You're just like, what? What are you saying?
The real Nazis are the ones calling us regular folks Nazis nowadays, which is the funniest thing because I've seen so much pro-Palestinian. Like, they want to execute fucking Jews by mass numbers, and they're like, yeah, but no, that's not what it's about. No, it's completely what it's about, and fuck you.
Well, it's okay now to say, to to say fuck you Jews or down, you know.
How is that?
Okay, if that's how you feel, but look, if you're gonna, it's one or the other. You know, your brain's getting shifted around.
And where are we drawing the line with this hate speech?
Yeah,
right. Because I mean,
which is also dumb.
It is
hate speech.
It is, but they like to select certain groups at their times of convenience, especially with the media. You know, to say this is now hate.
Well, you see them like they got the signs. It's like hate doesn't live here, and then the moment a Republican comes up, they're like, "Fuck you, fascist!" Fuck. You're like, "Well, that looks like hate. That looks like
you Nazi motherfucker."
Yeah, and you're like, "Hold on."
That's like the go-to thing too. That's like a. Have you heard of the new trend? It's called what was it called? They got a fucking name for it, dude. But it's like you're tired basically of black folks fucking playing the victim card.
Sure.
And black tiredness or something funny that I saw, and it was black people actually putting it out there. They're like,
well, that's what's happening now. Is that and it's kind of a smart move where you.
Your own
black folks are now going. Hey, like there's guys that I see out there. They'll be in, like the black guys on campus or something, and he'll be like, what privileges do you have that I don't have?
Right.
And white, that just makes their head explode. They don't know what to do about that.
Which is funny because when normal guys like us use our own people,
which is so insulting to to black folks too, in my opinion, to be like, well, you can't think as quick as us, so we have to defend you, and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Who taught you this fucking referendum, dude? Because that's nobody's ever thought that. Yeah,
and that's what it always looks like to me, is where people, you know, white people are standing up for everyone else's rights, right? So what you're saying then is that you are superior to them. You need to help them, much like I need to help my dog because my dog doesn't have the same rights. So which is true. I have to handle my dog.
Which reminds me of the mafia. Like, yeah, you need my help.
You need my help.
But when I need your help,
right?
Yeah,
better come calling.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that stuff going on, man. There's a lot of like the black folks going, "Hey, don't speak for me. We're fine. I own a business. We're good."
Like we talked about for years. We're like, you don't need to, you big fat white Karens. You don't need to speak up for everybody else.
You know what's funny is like every like coffee shop, hipster coffee shop has like this Black Lives Matter in there. Not a black folk in there. You'll never see a black guy in there.
Not one.
It's all just white dorks in there.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
and you're like, yeah, go ahead, fight the cause.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like, you know, where the white lady would get mad at you and be like, well, all lives matter, which I don't believe is this true either. All lives don't matter. They all don't matter.
Speaking from a serial killer's perspective, right?
Or that's a no lives matter.
None of them matter.
Well, I mean, look, this pedo's guys, this pedo dude, he doesn't matter. He doesn't matter to me.
Well, like
you know, a lot of these boys don't matter. They get deaded. I go, nah, I don't care.
I might have said this several times. I'm thinking, or maybe I just think it all the time. But Gunnery Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket, he's like, I don't look down on fucking, and just goes through every list of name that nobody wants to be called. And at the end, he's like, I don't look down on you for that. Here, you're all equally worthless.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Let's not have anybody up on their little pedestal.
Well, it's funny. It's like a Family Guy had that joke where there was like they were starting a club, and he's like, Stewie was starting a dance club, and he's like, yeah, everyone's welcome. He's like, yeah, everyone's welcome. Yeah. He's like, even Jews. Yeah, of course. Why did you even say that? Why even say that? Well, yeah. I mean, I just had to mention. And then Stewie goes, maybe not Jews. But that's very funny though. But it's like, but I've seen so many, and especially throughout my years of living, where, and it's funny. Maybe this is the worst example, but it's just stuck in my head. I was at Fantasy Ranch, dude, right? And this black dude outside is just going on and on about how he's oppressed by white America. He's just going nuts, dude. He's going, He's going nuts. And then he immediately goes, like, after a while, and I was kind of like egging it on. I was kind of fucking with him a little bit.
Throwing little,
you know me.
Little crumbs here and there.
I was kind of fucking with him. And then immediately he starts going on how much he hates Jews, right? It's just, a lot of black people hate Jews, if you guys don't know that. And I'm going, you're talking about how racist people are, and you yourself are racist.
Right.
So, and I hate saying, I don't believe in calling people racist, because I think, we
need to stop giving it power.
It's stupid. We're giving it power, but also we're more tribalist. Like, it's I like my tribe better than yours, and that's a fact.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But at the end of the day, we're all part of the same thing, like the human race.
Sure.
You know, which is something that more people really need to step back and take a look at, because you're going to hate this guy because this media outlet told you that this happened, and now they're going to clip this, clip that.
Right, but you got the sissiest person over here worrying about world peace and shit. And they hardly can pay a bill. You know what I mean? They can't.
They don't know anything about their cause.
They can't.
That's a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, I hear all these motherfuckers that like you guys can't keep your band together. You know what I mean? Like, let alone fucking, and you're busy worrying about peace in the Middle East and shit.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, or you're worried about some endangered fungus from God knows where, and nobody cares.
Yeah, there's a guy I see online that owes me fucking money, dude. And I've let it go. He doesn't know I've let it go, but I'm never going to get that money, and I've chosen to not deal with it. But boy, does he have a lot to say about the government and how people are, how people are fucking them, and how people are fucking the people in the Middle East, and he definitely hates Jews, which was a crazy thing I heard. And it's funny. It's okay to write it, and people are like, yeah, that's about right.
That has become like the latest trend,
the new thing. People.
It's the Palestinians. It's all the fucking muzzy bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Because for some reason,
because the Jews and those boys have been fighting forever.
Oh well, it's
Israelis,
not just them, Christians too, dude.
Well, I mean, look, nobody likes the muzzies over there. Let's be honest.
Well, they're even fighting back in other countries. They're beheading Christians by the fucking hundreds nowadays. Yeah. Media don't talk about it because that's not part of the agenda.
Oh, sure, of course.
Because these guys weren't sucking each other's dicks. We're not gonna fucking put this out on the fucking news. And shit,
go fuck yourself, dude. Right? I'm so tired of all that bullshit. Luckily, I've kind of checked out on a lot of it, so it's nice. So I haven't seen the faces, because I've definitely hit a point, dude, where I'm on go fuck yourself mode, right?
Team go fuck yourself.
I'm on team go fuck yourself.
Yep.
And my crew are not fucking rich and killing it. My crew's not, my family is not financially stable and successful. So look, I need to not worry about what the fuck is going on. Guess what? All you say like like Kanye West, right? Like, I don't like Kanye West. Say you got shot in the head yesterday. I don't care. I won't. I have zero care.
I would not only not care, but when somebody told me that, I would say, "Can you give me back the last 5 seconds of my life that
the fact that I know the fact that my dad knows who he is a problem.
The fact that I wasted my time learning that information, I want back, Ian. So I'm gonna tax.
Right. Yeah, I'm like Kelly Bundy, man. I need you pushed out good information with that.
But we do live in the shittiest state of the entire United States, which is California. Everybody knows that. We live in the politically, fucking everything.
I have to say, you got to mention politically, weather-wise, beauty-wise.
If we wiped out a lot of trash, we could make this place great again, dude.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, but that's, what the fuck? You got to off these motherfuckers.
Oh,
you got to off them.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Ian for mayor. You know what I mean? Ian for governor of California.
Hey, I'm a Jew, but I'm gonna mass fucking kill people.
Yeah. If you're throwing trash in the middle of the street,
you're done.
Hey, I'm gonna fucking off you, dude.
If you're walking down the street and you're yelling at the sky, flailing your arms out,
you're never gonna get better. You'll never get better. You're not gonna do anybody any good.
I'm not actually 100% against that, dude. I'll tell you what.
If you're yelling at the sky, you're never gonna get better unless you had you have a crazy drug trip and you're just like, oh shit, bro, You're all fucked up on something.
I was mistaken.
I'll be like, well, look, you can tell the difference, though.
Yeah, definitely.
You know the difference. And this boy that's constantly yelling at people at the same corner every day, I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to get rid of you. Yell at me, fine, but you start yelling at young kids, all right, well, I got to off you. I got to get rid of you. You know what I mean? You're touching kids, I got to get rid of you.
Well, there's
Ian for fucking, I'm telling you.
There's definitely that, and I'm 100%.
And you're a bitch-ass snitch, too. You got to go.
So let me tell you.
You're a sissy? I'm on a roll now.
Let me tell you a fun fact that happened to me last night that I came to this realization, dude. So I watched the Night Stalker thing. I think it was the second time I watched it because I remembered a lot of stuff, but it seemed like...
The documentary?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I watched...
I haven't seen it.
I watched a different one. Well, the one I watched was on Netflix, but I watched a different one that took a lot of the same parts, but actually got into fucking him and shit, dude.
Yeah.
And, dude, I mean, not only what a sick motherfucker, but they keep glorifying the cops that they did all this research and they caught him and this and that. No, it was the community.
Yeah.
It was Los Angeles that caught
Good.
this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And they were beating the shit out of this guy, and they would have finished him off if the fucking cops didn't show up. And that's exactly what he said when he smirked, Ian.
Yeah.
He said, oh, it's a good thing the cops showed up.
Yeah.
Because now I could live. So check this out. This happened in, 84, 85, 86 maybe. I think it's 85. By 1996, which... he's already gotten the death penalty, right? So by 96, they find out there's a 14th.
The Night Stalker's Richard Ramirez?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so by 14th victim, 96, okay, mind you, he got the death penalty fucking, years ago and whatnot. So in 96, they find out there's another victim. This motherfucker died in prison without even seeing death row, and they said by California statutes and all their paperwork and bullshit red tape, he wouldn't have even seen the fucking death penalty until he was well into his 70s.
Right, so it doesn't matter.
Can you fucking believe that? Why am I paying money? Why are you paying money?
This is off this dude.
He's done.
He's done.
He's
not going to get better.
No,
There's not rehabilitation.
He loves Satan. He's the worst of the worst.
Wasn't he the one that said that his dog was told him to do it or something? Was that him or was that another guy?
No, that was another guy.
Okay.
No, his reasoning was he blamed it on his childhood, which he did have a fucked up ass childhood. I mean, his cousin was killing people in front of him. He killed his own wife in front of him when he was a kid.
Okay.
His dad beat the shit out of him and actually gave him some kind of a brain injury, which I've seen that dude from Sons of Anarchy when he got that brain injury from the motorcycle accident. He went and fucking killed that old lady he lived with and shit. So
that's right. An actor, right?
Yeah, Half Sack. Yeah,
Half Sack. Which one? I don't remember.
He was the prospect in Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
So I have seen brain injuries cause fucking
sure, of course, yeah.
Because I'm actually interested in this. I'm like, what causes you, especially innocent people?
Yeah.
I can understand, okay, say Cain Velasquez incident. The guy should be dead.
Sure.
And, I mean, that's clearly you were insane for the moment.
Yeah.
Because, something like that happened to your son, and you're going to kill this motherfucker and make sure that doesn't happen to anybody else. That's where it should be. Clearly, he was mentally incompetent, and I clear you of all charges. That's when it should happen. But our system is just like, no.
He's in prison now.
He's guilty. He's definitely guilty. Sorry for all the family members, but we're just going to hold him inside the prison for the next fucking 40, 50 fucking years.
And that'll be good for his brain.
Why?
That's great for Cain Velasquez to be sitting in jail.
Right.
And he's still thinking about his son. Just in there, this motherfucker. You know what I mean? One of the baddest motherfuckers to ever live, and you just put him in a cage, and he's fucking thinking about his son. In there, it doesn't matter. He could kill everybody. What's done was done to his son now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And for
that
society,
fucking pisses me off,
for society to try to pussify us men nowadays, dude, is fucking,
that's what happens.
It's irritating to me.
What happens?
It's really irritating, dude, because it seems like everywhere I go, like even I know for the workforce here in California, you have to do something called compliance training.
Again, that word.
Which is trying to make you dumbified and pussified and letting all the fairies run around and prance around and fucking drip their little fairy dust and fucking faggotry all over the place.
Fairy dust.
That's how I imagine it, bro.
That's funny. They're just.
Let me sprinkle some fucking.
You're like, oh, you got hit with a fairy dust, didn't you? That's funny to think about. It's funny to think about too. It's like when you see almost like the mid-level guy that's turning into a fruit. You know, there's he got a little sprinkled, and he's like, ooh. he's like, all of a sudden, he's like, well, why not wear a dress? You know, just little things.
Voice becomes high pitched and has that lisp for some reason.
Starts hanging out with chicks, dude, and not trying to bang anybody. He's just,
yeah. I just want to hear about your feelings.
I just want to know how you got fucked over by your boyfriend, and I'll listen for hours on end.
I want to deal with all the garbage regular guys don't want to deal with.
Yeah, I'll be the one guy amongst 5 girls going out for a night on the town. I'll be that guy.
That sounds great.
Which I saw that night last Saturday when you texted me that shit. I was at a bar, which this bar was pretty cool, called the Electric Owl. But bro, there's some sissies there. But it's Hollywood, and you go, fucking. Yeah, I saw one. There's 4 girls at a table and one guy, and he may have been gay. He probably was.
He got a sweater on,
but he's just in there, and he just laughs at everything. He doesn't have a male friend. You can't find a male friend anywhere near that guy.
What we used to call him back in the day, John Sackless.
Sackless, dude. That's a real guy, though.
I know, but remember everybody that was kind of like
because he's a cheerleader, man.
Everybody that was sackless, we'd call him John.
Hey, male cheerleaders, it's fucking weird, dude.
It is fucking weird, dude. We're trying to look at chicks, and you're ruining.
It's weird, guys, and no one wants you there.
You're ruining the entire aspect.
Nobody wants you there.
Nope.
No one's happy you're there.
No, definitely not.
How you got the job, I don't know. How you got in there, I don't know.
Even
like there's the acrobatic cheerleader guys. Have you seen those guys?
Yeah,
I don't like them either.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. Get out.
Defeats the whole purpose.
Get out of our game. Get out of my eyesight.
Hey,
I'm trying to look at chicks.
So one thing, dude, I thought about you fucking a few days ago. This guy had
damn, dude.
This guy had a fucking magazine folded up in his pocket, and I swear it said Biggins. I fucking swear it said Biggins. It said something.
Let's go.
It said something completely different, but as soon as I saw Biggins, I was like, ah, shit, where's my phone, dude? I left it out in the car.
Someone needs to start that magazine if it hasn't been done already. It's almost like Playboy, but it's Biggins.
Biggins, dude.
And it's just pictures of Al Bundy and quotes from Al Bundy, and then it's tits, and then chicks. Come on, dude. How great would that be, Biggins? From all the Married with Children fans that are still alive. You know what I mean?
That could be a huge market.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you guys know, patented LLC by Ian and Justin.
Dude, let's start a Biggins magazine.
Let's get Biggins, dude.
No Ma'am, Church of No Ma'am is in there.
Those shirts were so great.
And then Jefferson kept switching his shirt, you know, every time. He'd always have Yes Ma'am on the thing when Marcy would walk in. Come on, Jefferson. That's the best character ever.
Dude.
You can't beat it. Here's the problem. Now, here's the problem with what's going on. The fact that we're 25 minutes in, and we're talking about all the bullshit that they're shoving in our face right now, right?
That's a fact.
I love strippers. What the fuck? Why is this? I like dancing women.
There's nothing wrong with that.
This is becoming not a conversation between men too, right? Even older men would get together and talk about hot chicks, right? Now they're just grumpy, having a conversation in the grocery store by the produce section where I'm trying to feel out avocados. You know, I don't want it.
He is trying to fill out avocados.
I'm filling out plums, trying to smuggle plums. What I'm saying is we're losing it's losing what's important.
Oh.
And I know it's hurting chicks too. I know it hurts chicks because chicks they're not getting the attention that they deserve. Now, of course, there's that shitty attention like, hey, yeah, man, fucking show me your tits. You know, of course that sucks. But I know.
Well, let me ask you a legit question.
Yeah.
When's the last time you did that?
Well, I don't think I've ever done that actually.
I don't.
I've never done that to an actual chick. I yelled at TV, but
Yeah. When it
well,
does-
I mean, that's not. And I know,
Or when you're driving by.
I know people do it. That's not my. It's not really my. I've never done that
You
really.
haven't been in the car driving by and been like, you know.
I never have.
Really?
No.
I have.
No.
I've been that guy.
No, I've never whistled at a chick or yelled at a chick ever in life. I've never done it. I didn't want to give them that confidence.
I kind of felt like they deserved it because what they had on display was well worth a good one.
Yeah, and here's the issue, especially for hot chicks these days too.
Well,
Hot chicks no longer get catcalled anymore, right? Only from like black dudes and that are standing at the corner. But
Well, most hot chicks are batshit crazy too.
but also they're dying now that the fact that they're not getting acknowledged for being hot. So they got nothing.
So that drives them crazy.
Now they're fucked. Yeah,
That drives them crazy.
So they're going
and
nuts.
Because
That's why they're on the internet.
I have seen so many, like, let me mention a cute chick, dude. And she was already cute to me, but now that she's speaking my lingo, she's really cute to me, Tulsi Gabbard.
Love a Tulsi Gabbard.
All right? And when she's speaking about how much she loves our country.
I think she's hot, too.
I really do, dude. That
Love the stripe.
The stripe is fucking, it's great. But I have seen the high definition where it gets a little closer, and I'm like, not what I thought.
Well, she's older, too.
Not what I thought, which, you know, brings me right back to my old lady. I'm like, man, you got some smooth skins and shit, dude. But I love women that are just fucking powerful.
From Hawaii.
Powerful, assertive, and knows when it's time to listen to a man.
Yeah.
You know, like, because, I mean, it's not a sexist thing that I'm saying, which everybody would try to turn that
It's not sexist, it's nature.
It's nature. It is the way it's supposed to be.
There's not a woman alive, like, let's just say it, there's not a woman alive that prefer their men to be the man of the house, that prefer the men to wear the pants. There's not one. Every woman prefers it. If you say you don't, then you're lying. You just are.
Or you're so conceited that you think you need to be in control of everything as a woman because...
Yeah, but every woman has to be like... You're never going to see Jennifer Lopez, you know, with a sissy guy that doesn't make any money and is a couch potato.
No, but I did hear there's video of her covering herself in blood and worshiping the devil.
I'd love to see it.
I would too.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Maybe.
I think her.
Here's one.
I think her, Jay-Z, P. Diddy, Beyonce, all them fuckers. I think they're all part of.
You think they're doing the Cleopatra thing?
I think they're doing.
There's some thoughts that Cleopatra would drain young girls' blood and to make herself young.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I think Diddy was trying to take the buttholes of young kids.
Yeah.
So he could obtain fucking.
Hey, and he's not the leader, by the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah. What you think? He's just a fucking pawn.
Oh,
He's just another face, like Epstein. Just a face.
And what happened to our list with Epstein?
Oh, I mean, we forgot about Epstein.
No, I haven't.
No, I mean, like, you know, media. Let's just say when we say that, I guess media, the popular people.
Oh, see, we got to put a little label on your head that says, you know, this media, like the blue media, and then you got to talk like that, so I know where you're going.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like you don't hear it,
Yeah.
you don't see it, because it's like you only see shit that they let you see.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. That's why we're the.
So
public.
Diddy's the new scapegoat. You know what I mean?
Hey, but
I'm not saying he's a great guy, but he's a new scapegoat. But told you he was gay though. I've been saying that forever, guys.
Yeah, you have.
Come on,
dude. You even
Those
warned
big
me.
chompers.
You warned me because you know when it came to hip hop, I liked it a little bit when I was a kid. Hell yeah, dude, that shit was cool. You know, you heard a little bit.
Sure, I mean, you throw some Tupac on, you start feeling good. You're like, hell yeah, dude, let's go.
Biggie Smalls, you know, all the good old school shit, especially when they were feuding. I was like, oh, that's
Public Enemy. Come on, dude.
right? You know, fucking that kind of stuff. But you know, now that I get older, I'm like, all the signs were there, Justin. And not only that, Ian fucking telling you,
Been saying it forever.
But I really felt that because I'm like, dudes that wear a shit ton of
They're
jewelry.
either gay or rats. Yeah.
Dudes that wear a lot of jewelry. I don't trust you.
You're covering up for something.
I don't trust you.
You're covering up for something.
Yep.
There's always a cover. But it's also the bling, you know, the bling or peacocking. You know, a peacocking is a real thing for ladies. You know what I mean? You want to stand out to a lady. You know, I think that's also nature too. Is like you peacock for a lady.
But I've never done that.
Well, no, I haven't. It doesn't work for
us.
It doesn't work for us. We're not black. You kind of have to be black a little bit.
Well, that and we've never been rich, so you can't really, flaunt that. Be like, yeah, you see this.
Neither are they.
Infinity pool. No, but they can.
You see a ton of these black dudes.
They
man.
can rent shit.
These boys are broke as fuck, but their shoes are clean every time. They got all the jewelry, real diamonds. And you get some fake diamonds, dude.
They rent shit to
and they rent it. They use Rent-A-Center.
Yep.
Yeah, they use Rent-A-Center.
Remember the space bitches, the crazy dumb bitches that supposedly went out into space? So I did happen to see the full uncut fucking video. And I can tell you that's 100% fake, and I'll tell you why.
Meaning they never went to space?
Not one bit.
Huh.
There's a flashy scene that nobody seems to say anything about, but I saw it, and I know shit about space. You know why they have the golden visor on your space helmet? Because if you were to look at the sun without the protection of our atmosphere, you're going to go fucking blind. It's going to burn you.
Well, yeah, you can't look at the sun.
Oh, well, they did.
So they looked at the sun?
Oh, fucking right at it, waved at it. Fucking.
They waved at the sun?
It was fucking right there, bro. It was the biggest crock of shit.
So there's a video of them in space, like in the shuttle or something?
Supposedly in space with the blue line of the atmosphere, which is a crock of shit. No, all these windows were fake video fucking windows. I guarantee it. You're not looking at the sun in that same direction, fucking waving by it. And there's no way without. They didn't even have helmets on. No visors, nothing.
Who were the yentas that went to space?
It was 5 catastrophes. I don't know.
It was like Oprah's friend, right?
Yeah, nobody cares.
And then there was
another
this pop singer, right?
Nobody cares about. Yep.
And then I don't know the other ones, but
another leak.
But it's like
Bezos' wife, I think.
Oh yeah. She's the hot one. Yeah.
Yeah, she used to be. No, she murdered herself. Dude.
Well, I mean, what? She's getting all the surgery done.
Oh, well, she's been doing it, but
but she's 60 or something. She's trying to hang in.
And now the upkeep is not.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's what happens, though.
Upkeep never looks good.
That's what happens when you get to a certain age and you keep trying to do that.
Yeah, it's done.
You just start looking like a lion on Wizard of Oz.
You stretched all the fibers.
Yeah, you have to have the wrinkles. It's just weird not to have the wrinkles,
right? And
you look like Mickey Rourke. Fuck, Mickey Rourke looks. He looks like Beauty and the Beast. You know, where the lion with the it's crazy, dude.
Sorry, just mixed in them.
Yeah, you're just fucking nuts. Can you reverse that? Can you get that out of your face?
Negative.
Can you be like, oh, this didn't work?
No, at least for what we have now, no, you can't.
So you can't suck the Botox out.
No.
Because these chicks, it's like I went and saw a movie with my brother and my dad. We went and saw the new, because my brother loves these Marvel movies. And we went and saw the new Marvel movie called something. I don't even remember what it is. I can't pay attention to these things for some reason.
So many, dude.
But the lead girl who kicks everyone's ass is like this lesbian chick, Russian chick. But she's got they're just checking boxes on these things. And but it's like she clearly has Botox all on her lips, and she has a lip flip. Which, speaking of Tulsi Gabbard, the bad lady in that movie was Louis, the girl who plays Elaine in Seinfeld.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Anyway, she's awesome. She's a great actress. But they definitely were pulling a Tulsi Gabbard because she had the stripe like this, and she looked just like her. So she was a political figure that was trying to send people into,
Oh yeah.
And I knew my dad would catch this, and we left. I go, do you see how like Elaine looked kind of like Tulsi Gabbard? He's like, yep. He was like, I was waiting for him to start bashing or whatever, but. I was like, of course, yeah, she's the bad guy. She's the bad guy in this one. I know what you guys are doing. You can't get by. The movie, sorry to my brother, he loves it. He loves all these movies. This movie sucks, dude.
Oh.
It sucks.
If it's on Disney, it's going to suck.
Well, Marvel's Disney, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think.
No,
okay.
it is. It is.
Yeah.
It's been all that shit's.
It just sucks, guys. I mean, it sucks.
The one that really sucked, that pissed me off, dude, was Indiana Jones, because he was the biggest badass when we were fucking
Indiana
kids,
Jones
dude.
Sucked. The last two have been
lame.
garbage.
Well, yeah, whatever they did after.
Yeah, you had the Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
And then there's one after that, I think, right? And that one was even worse, I think.
Dude, they made him look weak and defeated and shit.
After Last Crusade, yeah.
And now there's got to be, and I think she was a lesbian black chick too, because that's two more.
It's like, and it's not about lesbian black or chicks. It just, if it works, it works. Right. Stop crowbarring this shit into our movies.
Stop being so hack.
And it's hack. It's hack.
Very hack.
It's bad writing. It's hack.
It is the worst hack.
Yeah. What's funny is, like, I played this game. So last night we were watching Californication. Great show, right? And I go, the writing is so good in here. There's just the quips and the back and forths are so good. And I'm like, I like to do this now, so I got to look up the writers. And I go, it's all dudes. It's all just guys. There's a couple chicks, but you could tell they're all just fucking normal dudes. You know, and then you look up the writing. I was like, okay, let me look up the movie I just watched. And it's all these, they're in their 20s, just these fucking girls, these dorks, these millennial dorks are writing Marvel movies.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
And you're just like, yeah, you've never lived a life. You don't know how people talk. You don't, no. You went straight from UCLA to writing for a Marvel movie.
Yeah,
you don't know anything.
To some bullshit they taught you in school that they told you was correct.
You don't know anything.
Now to come and find out it never was.
Yeah, you're just, you don't know how to write anything other than what you've been taught.
So one thing,
because you've never lived a life.
One thing we were talking about, me and a couple of my buddies, is that they're talking about making Columbus Day a thing again. And I was like, oh yeah, because I do remember when that was wiped off the fucking planet.
So you're admitting that, then they're admitting that it's wrong, that it was a wrong move. Because if they bring it back, they go, that's going, we were wrong.
I think so.
Okay.
But what I'm following with is, I was like, the stupidest thing is, I remember I used to get a lot of shit from people when I was in like elementary school. Oh, it's a fucking white man's holiday and this and that. And I was like, I got older and I realized his name was Cristobal Columbus, so he's a Spaniard.
He's a Spaniard. Yeah.
When I asked the wife this,
the Santa Maria,
just the other night, and I was like, "Are Spaniards considered white to you guys?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Babe, they're not."
Yeah, Spain. Yeah, they count as white to people. Yeah.
But they're not though.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, like, I guess complexion.
I mean, because they even had red hair too, but. Remember my
well, Brazilians, because there's a lot of white Brazilians. You know what I mean? Like, you can go on for days about this bullshit.
I mean, you really could, dude, but I don't know. Maybe just because I had a bad experience with Mr. Schlick, my fucking
Schlick.
Oh, dude, he was the gayest.
Schlick.
He was the gayest. He was like, "Tienes muchas cosas." Like when he spoke Spanish to me, I felt like I was being assaulted.
Yeah, like he was the gay Spanish guy.
Yeah, like he was trying to fiddle my butthole when he was talking to me.
Those guys are even worse. The gay Mexican guys, because they get up in your face, dude.
Well, I think it's European, regardless. Like even gay Germans, that's the worst. They're like, oh, that's fighting.
You don't want that.
And you're like, nah, come on, dude. Nah.
You end up in the. You're trying to have a little sex club action, and all of a sudden you got the gay German in there. You're like, oh, dude.
No.
We're trying to have fun in here.
Where are all the girls at? Get out of here, dude.
We want girls. God damn it. That's all. You're all in the way. Men, you're in the way.
Blocking up everything that I've been trying to do tonight.
Yeah. A friend of mine was telling me a story of Amsterdam, and he was like, you know what? Me and the girlfriend, we're gonna do a sex club, where everybody's fucking, right? The problem is that the culture's a little different over there. It's a little different, meaning he's gonna get tapped on the shoulder by another guy, be like, may I? May I? Like to his girl.
Excuse.
Yeah, very much like that. Excuse. And he's like, nah, man, nah. I'm trying to keep my dick up. You know, it's like,
don't touch me.
yeah. Like once a dude touches you, you're like, now I got scurvy.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's done, dude.
Yeah.
And no matter how much you drink or anything after that, it's just not gonna happen.
Excuse.
Excuse.
Yeah, what's funny is like Columbus was Spanish, but was he Italian though? Like, don't the Italians love Columbus?
No, they try to adopt him just to get some rights when they didn't have any back in the days.
Is that what that means? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was in Sopranos. They touched on that too. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I know that show.
Hell yeah.
But fucking, I always find that funny though, where it's like everybody loves to talk about, you know, where it's like only for some reason only Americans can steal land. Somehow we're the only ones that have taken over land.
This is not the land you're looking for.
Yeah. Somehow they're just like, yeah, it's only Americans seem to have the gunpowder, you know, just like
we're totally not taking your shit.
Yeah. But I've talked about this too.
That's why you protected your beer too.
Yeah, well, because I didn't want you.
You're a real American, Ian.
I didn't want you to put your hand where my right there.
Hey, you're a real American.
I think that brings me back to when we were younger. It's like, wait, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Hold on, what are you doing? Hold on, this is my last beer in the whole 12-pack. Hold on, what are you doing? those are fight words right there, dude.
You don't do that. You don't leave a man without one last beer.
Yeah, you don't take a man's beer unless you want to fight him. That's kind of like
that's a definite fucking I'm stomping.
That was Angel's move. Angel's be like, Angel's like, take your beer and then get mad, be like, what? You know, fucking fight about it or what?
No, sir.
Like, all right.
No, sir. I'm not trying to fight you.
Luckily, man, I've never had that. Never had anyone be like, I'm going to take your beer. What, you want to fucking fight about it? And I'd be like, oh, shit, dude. I have to fight you now, but I have to. I would even if I get my ass kicked, I have to fight you now.
I had a weird one. I don't know if I ever told you about this one. It's when me and the wife first started dating. I go to this bar with her and shit. She's like, hey, puts her purse on this fucking bar stool. This guy she goes to the bathroom. This guy comes up and grabs the bar stool and throws it out in the middle of the dance floor, which is right behind me and shit. And I'm actually over in the corner mingling with some other people, and I see it happen. Gently walk it over there, and I was like, you got a problem with my wife's fucking stuff being here? And he's like, her name's not engraved on it. And I was like, yeah, kid, but you don't understand. You're gonna get hurt. And he's like, oh, what? You and what army and this and that? I was like, I don't even need two arms. That's a
classic bit.
Yeah, I don't even need two arms. All I need is fucking one, dude, and you're done. So his friends try to rush over, and they're like, he's drunk, leave him alone, this and that. I was like, no, I think your boy can speak for himself. He's already done some things that are man things that only a man would do to another man, unless you want some fucking
especially with another man with his wife. Right. I hate these boys.
Yep. So you want some fucking problems, right? So as that's happening, the wife comes out of the fucking bathroom, and I was like, well, either you guys skedaddle right now or we're fighting. And they're like, no, we're going to skedaddle. We'll take him out of here. Okay. So they leave, and then she comes, sits back down. She's like, what's that about? And I was like, nothing. So then fucking homeboy, I guess, has another shot or two or whatever the fucking beer balls that he had. Comes, sits down next to me again, and he was like,
Jesus.
He was like, oh, so you got a problem, hun? And as soon as I looked over at him, like I'm about to hit his ass off this bar stool, guess what I see right behind him, dude? Just to the left, just to the cut, is a police officer right in the fucking entrance door. And I was like, oh, is this a setup or is this a setup?
Yeah.
It's one of those where you get tired of going out to places and shit. Especially, fucking...
Just fucking dipshits, and then and then like you're with your wife, so now they're fucking with you. If you're with your boys, he wouldn't have done anything. He's just being a fucking scumbag because he doesn't get any pussy. And
the only time he tries to act Mr. fucking tough guy is when there's a cop right there.
Yeah.
Because you think this guy's gonna be able to stop me?
Yeah, it fucking kills me, man. And when do you become that guy too? Like the drunken belligerent, like I'm gonna fuck with this guy and his wife.
And your friends don't know that you're that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe they do. I bet you they do.
They do. And
they're just like, God damn, like they're trying to have a good time and like, fucking here goes Derek again. Like fuck.
Well, it seemed like the way they were talking to me, they're like, "Oh man, I'm kind of
Carl's up to it again.
I'm sorry," but then,
Yeah.
you know, towards the end of our conversation, I felt like they're like, "Yeah, but just handle your own shit, dude."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You don't want me to kill your boy, dude, because I'm not fighting to beat his ass. I'm just gonna kill him.
Yeah, I'm with my wife. Yeah.
I'm just gonna kill him, dude."
Yeah, I did that one time where the dude was like, he even said that in front of Jenna. He was like, "Well, what do you want? Fucking fight me?" Like, because I didn't say anything. He started hitting on her like right in front of me, and then she was like, "Hey, I'm with my man. You see?" He's like, "What is he gonna fight me?" And I go, "I'm not gonna fight you, but I'm gonna take this knife out. I'm gonna stick you with it. Then I'm gonna rob you."
Yeah.
I go, "That's," and he just went cold. And he's like, "You fucking kill me over there?" Yeah, I'm gonna. I go, and I told him, I got bad knees and a bad back. I'm gonna fucking stick you, man.
I'm not trying to.
I'm not playing.
Exercise for the next fucking 20 minutes or nothing.
Or you could fuck off,
right?
And shut the fuck up, and we all go about our day. You know what I mean?
Thank you. You could be a gent.
Yeah,
and
that's exactly. I just go, no, I'm just gonna stick you, man.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the knife that I got in my pocket. I'm gonna stick you with it.
That's it.
But I straight told, I got bad knees and a bad back, dude. I'm not gonna fucking try to have it out with your bitch ass.
Right.
You saw. I'm with my girl.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're not here for you.
You came here.
Fucking.
And started talking to my girl. My girl was like, "Hey, man," and my girl even was nice to be like, "Hey, my man's right here." And you were trying to be like, "Oh, you wanna go fuck?" I go, I'm just gonna stab you, dude.
Now you're being goofy and thinking that this is funny.
Yeah, I know.
That ain't funny.
Yeah. Now he went white. He didn't challenge me on it. He immediately went white. I go, "Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you, man. I got no patience for you."
Good.
Yeah.
But just that.
There's too much of that.
Just that little, especially when we're trying to have a good time, because that's the only reason we're going out. Is, fuck it. Let's go check it out. Then we get there, and then some fuckhead ends up right there in front of us, and we're like,
You're like, God damn. Drew was telling me that too. Like he was telling me the other day. I don't know how we got in that conversation. He was like, "Yeah, I was just chilling at the fucking pub for some friends or something, and some dude just started fucking talking shit to me, like, hey, where you from, man? Like shit like that. Like, what? Like, what the fuck? Come on, man. You know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. dude, when the sissies fucking try to.
It sucks when because what happens is you got the mid-level guy, right? And the mid-level guy is like, he's hammered, he gets zero pussy, and now he's like, I'm gonna find a dude that has a chick with him or something. Because if he's around his boys, then I'm just gonna get hit, and like it's a bitch ass move. It's a bitch ass move.
It's a solid sissy move.
It bothers me, dude.
Yeah, dude, you're not the only one, dude.
And it's like, why you fucking with me? Go fuck with the sissies over there. Like,
why
you fucking with me?
Come on, this guy's wearing
because you want me to look, because I'll look bad.
Yeah, this guy's wearing the same shirt you are. Go fight him, dude.
Yeah,
we don't look nothing of the sort. Yeah,
because you want to try to make me look bad.
But it's always that one too. Especially with bars, no matter where you go, most of the time, if you get that one guy that's got them beer balls, it's because you look threatening to him, and he feels like he's been challenged without you even doing anything.
You didn't even know it. You didn't even know he was there.
You didn't stare at him. You didn't do shit, dude. All you did was fucking go and grab you a drink and cheers, bro. And he was like, oh, you think you're fucking Mr. Lion around here? You're alpha male? And you're like, no, I didn't, but if you want me to prove it, I mean, we can do that, but I just came here to have a good time.
Yeah. Well, in recent years, I've gotten it more from lesbian chicks. Like, for some reason, they think they can, like, steal my girl out from under me, which is weird. You know what I mean? And I always want to tell them off, but luckily my girl handles business, and she goes, she goes, look, I'm trying to spend time with my man, if you can, But if you can skedaddle, but because that's how women should handle it. Because if not, the man's going, "You stupid dyke, dude! You're missing something. You're missing something.
The most important thing.
You're missing the most important thing that she likes.
Right?
You don't have.
You don't have.
Even if you did, you don't have the hip thrust.
And your words don't create a penis.
And I'm also paying the bill.
Right.
So you're missing all of that.
No. I'm getting blown and I'm getting fucked.
So, but lesbians love to kind of pull that card, a weird little card, an anti-man card, and they think they can. And I don't know why my face, because I've gotten it a couple times, what my face says to these ladies, and I know they're upset at me for being a man or whatever my face says, Look at that. Look, she texted me right as I'm talking about her. But you know what I mean? It's like lesbian chicks. It's up for in fact, all of these things, it's up to your lady really to de-escalate the situation. Don't be a dumb girl. We've all been with these dumb girls. It's like, oh, hi. Yeah, sit down. You know, they're dumb as fuck.
Yeah,
he likes us. Hey, Ian, guess what? He likes us. He wants to hang out. Yeah. Why didn't he buy me a drink? Where's my drink?
Right.
He buy you a drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is his chair turned this way towards you?
Right. Why is he slowly trying to wedge himself in between me and you?
It's like
I'm not stupid. Like,
yeah, but as I've gotten mature in my age, I've definitely been like, "What are you doing, dude?"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What are you doing? You out of your mind?
Let me call you out right now because now it's just me and you. You thought I was just you and her? No. It's me and you.
I guess there was one where like it was one of Jenna's friends, but this dude had the worst fucking. He had the worst body language. The whole thing was terrible. And I know him, and apparently he's married and whatever. But I gave him the business. I was like, I got up and went to the bathroom, and he came down and sat next to my girl, and then his body language went this way with his legs spread like this. She's sitting this way, and he's talking to her, and it was my seat that I was sitting in. So when I came back, I had to sit in a seat that wasn't mine. So I sat next to her on this side, and then I go like this, like I go, oh man, all the other seats were taken. I was like, oh, I didn't know all the other seats were taken. Oh, okay. That's good. I'll sit here. I like this seat. This seat's fine. I was like, interesting. And then, which was funny, he's also a friend with another guy I know. He was like, hey, is fucking Ian mad at me or something? Ian Havey or something? But I don't know you. I don't know you. I know you from other people.
Right.
And you just squat up next to my girl. And she was trying to tell. I was like, fuck that motherfucker, dude. I know what he's doing. It's stupid. Don't try to play that shit with me.
We're not stupid, brother.
Yeah, and she was like, I think he just doesn't know. He doesn't have male friends. I don't think he knows. And I'm like, look, dude.
No, there's something that comes inside our soul that lets us know. No.
Right. And I was trying not to be that guy. I wasn't directly doing it, but I was like, oh, good. Yeah, I'm fine here. I was sitting there, but that's good. Go ahead. I'll let you sit there. You know, I'm just doing one of those things, you know, and I'm just quiet the whole time, like. And then, of course, it's awkward as hell. It's only us in the bar, you know what I mean? So it's like,
well, of course, because inside your mind, you're fucking.
Yeah, I'm like, I go. It's so fucking weird. This may have been early on in our relationship too. And,
yeah, usually that's when that happens.
Yeah,
because I've done the same thing.
I'm letting that one go because I'm trying not to be that guy.
Exactly.
But I did mention, like, oh, you took that seat? Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm going to smash your fucking nose cavity into your skull, dude. How's that?
And I've actually gotten to know this dude. And I still think it was a bullshit fucking move.
You think you're right the whole time?
I'm definitely right about it.
I know.
It's a slight move. I don't know what the move was.
I had one and this dude's never been seen again. Yeah. I mean, not by anything I did or anything like that, but I had to let him know. But the wife, you know, when we first started dating, she was like, "Oh yeah, he's just a friend." And I was like, "Nah, not with me and you. He's not."
Yeah,
not,
dudes with
if he's not friends with me, he ain't fucking friends with you.
Dudes with all the like girlfriends and like this is my guy friend, and like they'll do things like. I had to check one of her friends too. Like they've known each other forever, and I was newly fucking dating her, and I went to his house for a party too, you know, and fucking he like smacked her ass. He's like, "What's up, girl?" Like smacked her ass, and like later on, I was like, I didn't like that much, you know what I mean? He's like, "Oh shit, you know, we've been friends." I go, "Yeah, I know. You want to go smack I'll go smack your wife's ass." Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like that's a weird move,
right?
To do in front of me. That's odd. So I got to tell you, I don't like it. I go, thanks for having us, man. I appreciate everything, but I just got to tell you because it's in my brain. It's killing me. You know what I mean?
Never gonna.
And he was like, no, I'm sorry, man. And I go, no, it's okay. Yeah, I got to say something.
You are a sorry son of a bitch, and it ain't ever gonna happen.
It's a weird move to do,
right? Come on.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
Like it's a weird move,
right?
Even if I've been friends with this girl forever, I'm not gonna smack her ass in front of the guy she brought.
Because what point is that? Except to get me jealous?
Is it or to get me? It doesn't even make me jealous. It's just like that's a move towards me. It had nothing to do with you.
Well, I mean,
because she'd never fuck you, this guy in a million years.
I'm not saying.
That's why he's the friend.
I'm not saying jealousy like that. Like, well, maybe I misspoke the word, but you know what I mean. Like,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's directed at you, and this motherfucker's just, oh, you're gonna let me do that?
Yeah.
Are you gonna throw an elbow to my forehead right now, or are we just gonna be cool like this for the rest of the night? Because you're that motherfucker. I could just do shit like that too.
So now what I do, I just speak my mind. I go, oh, that bothered me a little bit.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
That's not gonna happen again. Otherwise,
Yeah, I mean, you do that again, I gotta hit you. I won't say that, but what I'm saying is like, hey man, I got this feeling.
Yeah.
And it, you know what I mean? So I have to tell you, or so I can move along.
You would be wise to not cross that.
Well, so I could move along. We can move along with the night, or I could stare at you for fucking just fantasizing
until we go to blows, and then you're going to the ground.
I just fantasize about taking your kitchen knives and just getting at you,
and then you're going to the ground. You're not getting back up, dude.
And beat you in front of your fucking family.
Throw you in the fireplace and burn you left. Fuck you.
All right, brother, let's get out of here. Cheers. Oi.